Shalom everyone. So we are on the way to entering BaOmer in this very, very unique year that we're in. A year that we're part of history, part of making history, part of being history. I heard someone remarking over Yom Ha'atzmaut that normally Yom Ha'atzmaut every year we're used to telling the story about what happened in Israel in the past, 76 years ago, 75 years ago, 70 years ago. And this year we were speaking about what's happening now. And understanding that in years to come, people will be speaking about the unique, miraculous, special times that we're living in, the same way that we used to speaking about the years that passed before now. And as we move on into BaOmer is a day that the two very special people that we normally remember in BaOmer are Rabbi Akiva and Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. We'll focus largely on Rabbi Akiva today, but both of them are definitely very, very connected to what we're going through now, to the war, to this very special era that just started now. And it seems like if it's still going to take a long time, or we're still going to be involved in this war, in the outcomes of the war. In a letter to Bnei Akiva, to a convention of Bnei Akiva in 1934. Okay, so 1934, that's 14 years pre-State of Israel, just after, a few years after World War I, still before World War II, and things in Israel then already, there was the British Mandate, but it's already, on one hand, the population in Israel is growing, things are moving forward, but it's still very, very far away from, different from what we have today, and even from the state of Israel, things are very far away. And Rav Kook writes a short letter for this convention of Bnei Akiva. He starts off by speaking a little bit about the times that they're in and saying that he hopes that the people of Bnei Akiva will be able to draw their energy from Ma'inei Yeshua. We say in Avdallah every Motzei Shabbat, Ushaftem Mayim Besason Ma'inei Yeshua, the springs of Yeshua, of Geula. Where do you draw your energy from? Do you understand that what you're living through is through Geula? You're part of it. And that's where you're going to draw your energy. If you try drawing energy from anything else, you're going to collapse. You won't have any energy. You'll be weak. You'll only hope that things come to an end. Please give me some peace and quiet. We can't take it anymore. But if you understand that you're in the middle of creating the greatest thing in history, then it's a whole different set of energy. It's all something else. So it starts off by telling the people, I hope that you guys realize what you're living through and that you're able to draw your energy from my Yeshua. That's the first point. And then Rav Kook goes on to say, you call yourself Bnei Akiva, and then the three major points you need to remember from Rabbi Akiva. Three major things about Rabbi Akiva's personality. The first thing about Rabbi Akiva, he says, Reshit ahavat haTorah ad lichdei mesirut nefesh shel sevel bilti gvuli. Rabbi Akiva understands, it's crystal clear to him, that everything is about Torah, dedication for Torah, and without that we won't go anywhere. Famous story, the Romans say that anyone who teaches Torah will be executed, not allowed to learn Torah. What does Rabbi Akiva do? He goes and publishes all the Shiurei Torah he's going to be given in public, and sees him a person called Papus ben Yehuda and tells him, Akiva, you're not afraid of this nation? And Rabbi Akiva turns around to Papus, who's probably some kind of intellectual in those days, tells him, Papus, you Papus that people say is a wise guy, you're not a wise guy, you... I can't think of a politically correct word to translate what the Gemara says there, but anyway, okay, let's just put it that way in Hebrew. It tells him, I'll tell you a story, I'll give you a parallel. It's like the fox walking on the riverbank, seeing the fish running away, swimming from side to side. They ask him, why are you swimming from side to side the whole time? And they tell him, what do you mean? The men are trying to catch us. They've got nets out there. We're trying to escape. So the fox says, no, so come out of the water, live outside of the water together with me. In peace, the same as my fathers and your fathers lived together beforehand, and that's clear that the only way that the fox and the fish will live in peace outside of the water is if they totally unite into one when the fox eats up the fish. And the fish, as I said, what? If here in the place where we can live, we're afraid. When we come out of the water, we have no chance. Same way for Am Yisrael, there's no other solution. We smashed into that very strongly on Simchat Torah. When people have other dreams, other concepts about what Am Yisrael is about, where we're going, what the destination is, they can't even analyze their reality properly. Talented people, each one of them is way more talented than me. Wise, dedicated people, yet they unable to analyze their reality and identify enemies and friends. They lose it. Why? Because the focus is wrong. They don't understand what Am Yisrael is about, what they are about, what are we doing in this world. They lose it. So Rabbi Akiva says the first thing is Ahavat Torah ad chadei mesirut nefesh l'sevel. He's totally dedicated to the Torah, to the level that he's executed about it at the end, and the story of his execution is also part of that. But that's the first thing, total dedication. Second thing, what Rav Kook calls zachlala. Rabbi Akiva's got this ability to see things in a very inclusive way. He sees all of the different aspects together. Okay, in the world of Torah, he sees Niglen, Nistar, Midrash, Halacha, everything together. His students, each one of them excels in one direction. Rabbi Akiva is the rabbi of all of them. And beyond that, also in the rest of the world, he sees the connection between all the different parts. That's Rabbi Akiva. But the third thing is what I feel that this year is so special. The third thing he writes is Shlishit, Midat Rabbi Akiva Miyuchada. The very special thing about Rabbi Akiva. שהיא מתעוררת עכשיו בזמן צמיחת הישועה. Kook says now it's reawakening the days of Geulah again, 1934. We are so much more advanced from where the Jewish world was in 1934. It's hard to believe. Okay, להיות לנו לאור עולם. This should be the light leading us in life. What is that? התלהבות ומסירות לחזק כל חזון של גאולה ותחייה לישראל וארצו. Enthusiasm and dedication to strengthen any vision of redemption and tchiyah, translated on your own, l'Yisrael u'le'artzo, for the people of Israel and the land of Israel. To be dedicated for that. From within that approach of Torah, it makes it even better. Sometimes people are dedicated for Am Yisrael and Eretz Yisrael without the Torah. It's one aspect of Rabbi Akiva. But when it comes properly from within this understanding that what Am Yisrael is about, where we should be, what we should be, why are we so enthusiastic, why are we so dedicated to it. And Rabbi Akiva in his days, he joins the Bar Kokhba revolution. Him and his students. Why? Because it's clear there's an option here of redemption. It could be. It doesn't work out at the end. Rav Kook says, "V'davko mipnei she'chazon b'shato nichshal." In Rabbi Akiva's days, it failed. Didn't work. We weren't able as a nation to turn it over. We couldn't do it. So the exile continued and even became worse from that point. But the understanding that if there's a chance, I'm not going to sit around and read newspapers and not read newspapers anymore. Scroll down the phone, this happened here, this brigade is fighting over there, these people doing this over there. No, I'm going to roll up my sleeves, or if I'm a combat soldier, roll them down. Once I used to be, anyway, but and I'm going to be ready to do the job, whatever has to be done. Whatever has to be done with total dedication. Out there, Rabbi Akiva at the age of 120 is serving in Bar Kokhba's army. What do you mean? What do you need someone 120 years old? Nah. If he can help, he's out there helping. If he can do anything, he's out there doing whatever can be done. And privileged to know so many people. That's the way they lead their life, and Be'ezrat Hashem, we'll see the outcome of everyone's dedication and hard work. Be'ezrat Hashem, Lag Sameach.